Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old den of tools. And today we got some, all sorts of news coming out of Harbor Freight. We got a big spring sales coming out. We got the whole flyer. We're going to go through that. We've got new tool releases coming out, and yes, even coupons, some rumors, and more. So let's jump into it, shall we? All right, so let's zip through some of the new tools and stuff kind of releases that we see over there. First off, we got a Predator 6.6 horsepower. This is the 224cc. This is max performance. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing kind of a tuned Predator engine here coming out with 10% more torque than similar engines in its class. Replacement for tillers, log splitters, and other dozens of machines, $190 on that. They're having a second one, the 15.8 horsepower, the 459cc. Again, this is max performance, 10% more torque. Rumors that I'm hearing are that we're going to see more of this. Other applications, we're going to see more Predator engines with more, shall we say, specifically designed performance kind of setups. So that's an exciting thing. I'm really looking forward to that. I wish we had more information to give you on that, but that as soon as we get it, we're going to let you know. Now let's jump into some of the tools because we're seeing a bunch of Bauer stuff coming out. We got the Bauer brushless impact driver. This is your standard impact, with the triple light on it. Cordless tool only, of course, coming in at $50 in the brushless. We also have, check this out, a brushless oscillating multi-tool. Now I know a lot of you have been asking, hey, when is that multi-tool? We need that cordless multi-tool. Not only is it cordless, it's brushless, and that's awesome. Not because you need so much more power in a multi-tool, you need the runtime, and that brushless is what gets you that runtime because it's going to make those batteries last longer, fewer chargers, more work getting done. Now where this is really going to become a killer deal here is check this out. People have been asking, what's going on with the Bauer, router? That corded router came out, it went away. I had one. It was nothing to write home about. It was all right, but check this out. For those of you who like the brushless routers, and I'll be honest, the bear here, I say, if you're going to buy a router, buy a corded router. But for a trim router, I can see it with a trim router. Light duty, you're just knocking some stuff off the edges kind of stuff. 20 volt, brushless, cordless, variable speed, compact router, tool only for $80. For those of you who are already in the Bauer lineup, this is a huge drop here with these three tools. All of them brushless, all three in the cordless line. That's awesome. But let's talk about some corded tools because we got one that people have simply been clamoring, it's emailing me and IMing me and all sorts of, Bear, when is this coming out? It got leaked months and months ago last year. And you know what? It is coming. Harbor Freight contacted me directly. They said they're going to send me one for testing. I'm going to have to find something to go to town with. If you don't know what these are, this is called a surface conditioning tool, often called a reconditioning tool. It is basically a Brillo pad, wire wheel, sanding pad kind of thing for taking down, often used on metal, can also be used on some wood conditions to, take away soft wood and expose the inner hardwood and stuff like that. These things are fantastic. They make short work of taking off surface rust and stuff like that. I love working with this sort of thing. This is going to be exciting when they come out. Of course, it's a corded tool on that, $129. It is hitting stores probably as we speak. It is coming out in March. I almost said May. In March there. So that is going to be hitting stores here shortly. Next up, we also have the 5.5 amp cutout tool. This is your typical kind of rotary saw. It's great for cutting through drywall, doing cutouts for outlets and stuff like that. It can be used for all sorts of stuff. I find them, it's one of those tools that, unless you're doing specific, like you're doing a lot of drywall or something like that, it's not going to be one that you need all the time. But when you get into a situation where, like, I need to do this kind of cutout thing, that's the tool that saves the day. All right, we talked about this, not going to spend a lot of time on it, but of course the Gray Mechanics tool cart is out there. I've seen it in store several times now, and I got to tell you, wow, that thing is pretty looking. Honestly, the picture here does not do the gloss justice on the color of that. It's a really rich, deep kind of gray. It is a good looking cart. All right, but leading to this, we're starting to see accessories and other stuff coming out in the multicolors. We got magnetic cup holders. This is the one in green, but of course it's coming in a slew of colors there. Also, we're starting to see the service carts, the single drawer service carts that were always just in that regular U.S. General red. Of course, they're now coming out in a rainbow of fruit flavors, if you will, at $110 there. Those are pretty nifty little carts. And if you want to be color coordinated in your shop, now you're going to have that option. All right, Icon's coming out with a creeper of their own, 400-pound capacity, 37-inch there. You know, creepers, they be creeping. 100, check this out, Thunderbolt Solar. This is Harbor Freight's, their new Thunderbolt, brand is their upper level of electrical products and stuff, usually battery and whatnot. Well, we're seeing here they have a folding briefcase style. This is not flexible, but it is folding briefcase style 100-watt solar panel for $180. That is not a bad deal. I haven't had a chance to test it. I've been doing a lot of stuff with solar and portable power stations. We got more testing coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to get my paws on that, and we'll put it up against the other ones and see how it holds up. But I can tell you this is something I'm excited to test and see how it works out, because the flexible ones, the soft ones, the quality of the cells degrade rather quickly. I like the other one I tested. It's semi-rigid. It's going to hold up longer. This one being a rigid design, but foldable, it's kind of going to get you the best of both worlds, I think. So I'm excited to test it and see, how it performs. Next up, there's going to be an updated 1/2-inch aluminum air impact in the earthquake line. We've got Pittsburgh chairs now in multiple colors. Check that out. We got the, they did the recall on that one seat, the spinning seat of death that I've been talking about for years. And then, as such, they upgraded the Pittsburgh Automotive Mechanics roller seat, so there's an option for you as well. Hercules now has tape measures. We got a 25-foot tape measure for $15. And a magnetic 25-foot there for $17. They're claiming that this thing can withstand an 80-foot drop. Now, I think that came out because Milwaukee came out with theirs, talking about how tough they are and stuff. And I contacted a Milwaukee rep, and I talked to him about the drop. And they said that drop is onto soft earth. So they're looking at like a construction site where the ground's been all tilled up, and that from that distance it'll hit basically freshly loamy, if you will, earth. We're not talking onto concrete or anything like that. So just be aware. All right, Icon has the locking flex head ratchet and bit set 35 piece. That's a nifty little set. I'm going to pick that up because that's something I want to keep around. Probably use on the desk for electronics and stuff like that. Plus you got the security bit hex or torque set up there. It's a nice little set. Anyway, we got some more Icon stuff. We got the 11-inch 45-degree long reach pliers. We got the regular straight long reach pliers. We got the 5-inch snap ring set 4-piece here. And check this out. Badlands, they've updated their farm jack or their high lift style jack now in the Badlands brand. 48-inch trail jack, $80. If you go off-road, if you're serious about going off-road, a jack like this is a necessity. And you know what? I've heard nothing but good things about the previous jack. Them upgrading it now with the high lift, or not the high lift, but with the Badland name on it. Sorry about that. I'll be interested to see how this thing holds up. We're down here in Vegas now, and I know a lot of the people who do overlanding around here. So I'm going to talk to them, see if they've been using this or if they're going to use this, and see what they think. All right, and we got the Hallmaster. This is something that's close to my heart. We got the trailer now, the universal trailer coupler lock. You got to lock these things up because otherwise you come back and your house is gone. All right, and coupon. I said there was a coupon. Guess what? The free flashlights are back. Yep, free LED flashlight Friday, February 25th through the 27th. In-store only, no purchase required. Wow, that's a huge deal. That didn't register when I looked at this before. So it's just like the old days. You go in, you show them the coupon, you're like, give me my free flashlight. Oh my gosh, got to print one out for each one in the pack here and take them all in and stock them. So you know what? I had tons of these flashlights for years and they've all kind of disappeared. I think the wife gives them away as party gifts or something. Anyway, let's get into the sale because the sale they're doing, that's pretty awesome. Let's check it out. All right, we got Spring Savings Extravaganza. This is starting on Monday if you're inside track. So if you're inside track, you go and you get early access Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That I always thought that was kind of silly. It was kind of ridiculous, early access. I'm like, yeah, it's not like you're going to sell out or anything. But with stock being the way it is these days, it makes a difference. Nobody has, no one's 12 deep in an item anymore. It's like the one or two on the shelf if you're lucky. everyone saves. So for everyone else, if you're not inside track, March 4th, 5th, and 6th, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right, let's see what we got. This, I think, is a big one. And I know a lot of the old Harbor Freighters are going to hem and haw and go like, back in my day, I used to be able to buy a U.S. General cart for a nickel. I get it, guys. I get it. I feel your pain. But you know what? Time marches on. We got tariffs. We got, taxes. We got, the cost of transporting, containers have gone up something, 300 to 400%. And trucking's gone up. Prices go up. That's what they are. So as of now, $199 at $200. That's a pretty good deal on one of these carts, especially if you want to snag that new gray one. Look at that. We got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors that they're stocking now. That's pretty awesome there. All right, we got the 3-ton Pittsburgh lift over there at $120. Let's see if we got any other deals. Check that out, the Portland pressure washer. Not a fantastic pressure washer by any means. This is not a, right home, oh my gosh, Grandma, this thing's fantastic. No, it's nothing like that. But if you just need to wash the car, clean off the siding on the house, spray the deck down kind of stuff, it does a fine job of that. And at $70, that's a good deal. That's better than a lot of the deals we saw pre-COVID and whatnot. That's a pretty darn good deal. We got the Franklin multitask ladder at $100. I've had several of these different folding ladder kind of things, and I've tried the Franklin, and honestly, I thought it was every bit as good as any of the other ones I've tried, and it works just fine. I have one right now at our house up in Montana. We've got a little giant that we have, it's in storage right now, but it's down here in Vegas, and I can't really tell the difference when using them. I think they're fun. Badlands winch, oh my gosh, the 12,000-pound winch with wire rope. Now, it would be nice to get it with a synthetic, but $300 for this winch. This is a fantastic winch. There more and more. When I go places, man, on the road, traveling here, we saw tons and tons of hot shotters, and every trailer that had a winch had a Badlands. I didn't see one that wasn't a Badlands winch on it. In fact, I'll even try. I took a picture of one. I'll try to put it up on screen. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe how they've taken over. I mean, Predator has taken over the generator market when it comes to RVing and camping and stuff. So I'm used to the point of seeing those take over and see them everywhere. But to see Badlands take over that way, that's amazing. All right, let's keep going here. We got the Hallmaster furniture cart there for $10. We got the Thunderbolt Edge alkaline batteries. Again, the yellow batteries, the Bears talked about the yellow batteries. They sell those cheap ones. I hate those things. These Thunderbolts, they're not bad. They're not bad. And at $5 for a pack, that's not a bad deal. We got the titanium easy flux welder, 125 amp. Man, if you just want to get something done, you want to stick metal to metal, this welder is about as easy as it gets. And it does a decent job of it. At $170, it's not a bad price. I have one of these, and I would use it. I've got at this point I think I got like 4 welders, and if I just had to get a job done, that's probably the one I would grab just to get it done. I'm by no means a professional welder. I'm a straight up amateur when it comes to welding, and my welds look terrible, but they hold and they do a decent job, and that's the one I would definitely use. And I get more and more people commenting, pros who are like, you know what, I picked this one up just on a lark, and now it's kind of like my go-to at home for quick job kind of stuff. They really like it. It does a good job. The flux welder for $100 there, the Chicago Electric, it does an okay job. I'm gonna say I would just pass on it. It's the duty cycle on these, you can talk like duty cycle 20% versus 30%. That's not really the issue. And then duty cycle is how often, like if you run it for a minute, you have to let it rest for 7 minutes or something like that. I'm not going to do the math, but basically there's a use to rest time. The real issue is whether it's running DC versus AC and doing the conversion and stuff like that. That's why you want to use the titanium over the Chicago Electric. The Fortress 6-gallon air compressor, man. If you're looking for a nail gun compressor, this will run 2 flooring nails or framing nails at the same time. I don't know, maybe flooring nails also. $140. That's a good deal there. The recip saw, look at that. That's back to $20. That's always been the deal. Now, of course, that was the Chicago Electric before. They replaced it with the Warrior. It's essentially the same saw, just looking sleeker in the black and orange now. But that said, $20. That's, again, pre-COVID kind of pricing. Pittsburgh tool set. Not a fan of that set, but if you need some cheap tools, at least there it is. The Braun 390 Lumen Magnetic Slim Bar Folding Work Light. Again, pre-COVID pricing at $20. I said this was going to be a good sale, didn't I? All right, let's see what else we got. Let me zoom in here. We got the Predator chipper there. That's a decent chipper. I will say this. There's a Portland chipper, an electric one. That is very light duty. Very, very light duty. Over on the right, we got, look at the lights here. We got $44 for the big light. We got $15.99 for the smaller light. That's a for the 5,000. That's an incredible deal. When was the last time you saw that light at that price? We've got 5,000 lumens. Oh my gosh. We got some hanging lights. We got the smaller of the light bars, the folding light there for $20. Let's come on down here. We got the Atlas. The Atlas brand, man, they're just so expensive with those batteries and stuff. I'm sure they're great, and I've heard people have bought into them as being fantastic. They're just kind of pricey there. Let's see what else we got here that's a good deal here. The pole saw, the outdoor lights. I'm a big fan of these outdoor lights. Again, they're not super bright, okay? You're not going to get these and be like, whoops, you're not going to get these and light up the whole backyard. What you're going to do with this is you're going to add some accent lighting and make it nice and give it a kind of a look and feel. We got the American flag there for, what was that? It's for $6. And let's see if there are any other good deals on this page. Tarps, we got the tarps for $2.99. The silver tarp is a nice tarp. Those blue tarps, if it doesn't have to move, if it's not going to be on the back of a truck or something, you'll be fine. But if you put that on a trailer, try to tow it down the road, the wind will shred it. These silver tarps, they hold up. They're pretty good. We got the greenhouse. I know a lot of people like the greenhouse. Some people hate the greenhouse. I've never had a chance to try it, but I've talked to a lot of you folks, and you all seem to like it. And at $7.50, you know, that time of year is coming. All right, let's see what else. We got Predator generators. We've got the 4375 Predator generator here for $400. You know what's going on in the world. I'm actually planning to do a video talking about generators and solutions. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, and our thoughts and prayers out for people in the Ukraine. But yeah, anyway, I know people are going to be stocking up on generators and stuff like that. That is not a bad generator to get. I would say though, inverter generators are going to be quieter. So if you're in a neighborhood, if you're worried about your neighbors hearing or people driving by and hearing you got a generator running, you might want to consider an inverter generator. Now, this inverter generator next to it is not the one I would recommend. They've had some issues with this one, and I don't know if I could quite recommend it. There's some other options out there. Of course, you know, the family and I, we bought the big one, the $2,000 one, the whole house generator. It's an inverter generator, and we love that thing. All right, we come on down here. We got more solar here. We got the solar, the 100-watt monocrystalline for $89.99 there for basically $90 there. That's a nice panel. For that price, that's a decent panel. Can you get cheaper panels? Yes, you can. Can you walk into a store, buy a panel for cheaper? I don't think you can. All right, next to it, we got the Jackery, and I know people are going to ask me about the Jackery. I'm not a fan of Jackery. The Jackery makes a decent product. They do a pretty good job. Anybody you follow who does like the van life kind of stuff seems to be the default one to go with. Jackery reached out to me when they were just getting started, and I talked to the guys, and I just didn't think that the cost versus what you got from them was, I didn't see the value was there, and I thought that, needless to say, I basically think that it's kind of the same situation. I'm sorry that Harbor Freight went with the Jackery. It's not bad. It's just not my choice for power stations. Any other great deals here? We see the Badlands winch. Here's the 5,000 UTV winch for $160. Of course, you know, these cases, what are the Apache cases? Those things are fantastic cases. They really are. Chocks. I just bought some of these chocks here, $4.99. These things, you can't beat these chocks for the price. Let's see what else we got here. We got the little heat gun, There, nothing there to write home about. Let's see what else we got here. Going over the next page. Let's zoom in here. See, we talked about the jack at 109. There's the low profile rapid pump jack for 120. Yada yada. The Centec chargers, I got the Viking charger, and I'm gonna say go with the Viking chargers. I've just not had a lot of great luck with the Centec stuff. Maybe it's gotten better. We got gloves, the press, the Bauer wet dry vac for $90. That is a beast of a wet dry vac. It really is. The Quinn stuff, I just picked up some of the Quinn sockets. I needed some of the smaller sockets for some installations and stuff, and I gotta tell you, they're nice. They're really nice. They're clean. They're no skip. I really like them. They're reasonably priced. I haven't tried any of these sets here, but anyway, if you've tried some of these sets and you like them, let me know down in the comments. All right, let's go over here on the other side. Of course, here we go. The $199 on the 5-drawer. $4.99. You just missed it. If you were looking for a deal on the 44-inch here, they just did the 20% off. That was the deal to get. We got $350 there. Come on, stop it. On the Yukon, that's I want to see it. I want to see it at $300. But that's just me knowing that that's what the price used to be. The prices for these and at all the stores have gone up. They've just gone up across the board. I still have to say, I think the Husky's a better deal if you can get it. It's almost always sold out, all the stores I go into. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right. Now we got some of the power tools here. We've got the Bauer. Here we got the drill driver kit, the cordless variable speed kit. Of course, look at that. Look at that, $90 on the Bauer bandsaw. That is a ridiculous deal. That is again, that's pre-COVID pricing. That's best case pricing right there, man. If you've been waiting on this bandsaw, if you've been thinking about getting a bandsaw, you got to get that bandsaw. On top of that, as you know, I think they're fantastic around the shop. There's lots of different ways to convert them and make them stand in a vertical position, which is great for doing quick cuts, hands-free cuts, stuff like that. That is a killer deal on that bandsaw. And remember, it's all about the blade. The Labradog's being all noisy over here. Lay down. You know the bear's recording. She's such a good girl. Anyway, that's a ridiculous price. Get a good blade on it, and that thing will just last. Don't force it. Let the tool do the work. Okay, here we go. We got the polishers. I know a lot of guys who are super into their cars, and these polishers have been just a go-to for years and years and years. $50 on the 6-inch. We get the 7.3 amp 6-inch long throw there for $90. We got some of the Hercules line down here. The battery for $60. 5 amp hour battery. Come on, who else is doing that? That's a decent battery. We've been inside that battery. We've taken a look at it. It's an excellent build quality. That same with the 2.5. That's pretty good pricing right there. All right, let's move along over here. Let's see. Wait, what is that? Whoa, hold on. We got to back up here. Cobalt bimetal deep cut portable bandsaw blade for $11.99. Remember, and check out, if you see that blade in store, take a look at the packaging. I don't know if they've changed the packaging, but they had a picture of a cordless bandsaw on that for when they first launched. And I called them out on it because they didn't have a cordless bandsaw, and apparently it was a Photoshop. All right, let's keep going here. We've got more of the titanium welders. I got to tell you, the titanium welders, if you need some light-duty welders, it is hard to beat the price performance mark on that. Here's the MiG 140 for $380. Yeah, the Yes Welders, we've been talking about the Yes Welders. They have a better runtime on it. They're going to cost you a little bit more. They're a little bit more of the prosumer level. But then you got the Vulcans. I should do a comparison between the Yes Welders and the Vulcans and the titaniums. All right, the Central Machinery Sander. Again, the sander, this is like old school Harbor Freight. It's the kind of thing where you get it and then you've got to do some work to make it work. But it's $70. You're not going to find anything that comes close. We got the $10 grinder. You guys said the $10 grinder was gone. You said it would never come back. It's back. I want to hear what all the haters are saying now. We got $10 on the grinder. We got $20 on the recep. These are all old school prices. The bear is losing his mind on this. This is ridiculous. All right, do we got anything else? Oh, and combine your discounts for 10% off. I know. I was ranting and about this, but these prices, You cannot knock these prices. And yet I know some of you will still try. Oh, I've given up on Harbor Freight. Oh, that's why I tell you, if you think Harbor Freight is overcharging on stuff, let me know where you're finding 5-drawer tool carts for $200, especially ones that have, what is that, 8 different color choices. Let me know where you're finding, winches like that for $300 or welders for $100. Let me know what your alternative is, because I get a lot of people going, well, they were making plenty of money on it before, and now they're just being greedy. Like, what their profit margins are. I find that always ridiculous. There's always, in every business, it's something I've run across in any business. There's always somebody going, well, you're making plenty of money. How do you know how much money I'm making? Anyway, it's just one of those pet peeves the bear has. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.